Hello, I am the Cobalt Koopa, and this is part 1 of my Last of Us 2 Let's Play. Now I know what you're thinking. Cobalt, this isn't actually footage from the 2020 title, The Last of Us Part 2 on PlayStation 4 by acclaimed video game developer Naughty Dog. And to that I would say you're correct, because I, like a buffoon, used a different method of recording this time. I was unfamiliar with it, and long story short, it's gone forever. So, to remedy this situation, I will be recapping an exact moment-to-moment summary of the first hour of this game in such clear detail, it'll be like you're actually watching me play it. Don't worry, this will all go smoothly as I have a photographic memory of everything that happened. Ready, go. So the game starts off with Joel and his gay lover Tommy measuring rifle sizes when the conversation begins to take a turn and they reminisce about the events of the first game. Specifically, how Joel didn't tell Ellie about how he screwed humanity out of a cure because he grew too close with her. And also because he learned that Ellie was actually his mother from the future. After that, we see the horse herself, Ellie. Joel then breaks the ice ever so casually by cracking a joke. Now, you need a high IQ for this type of humor, so I hope you're ready for it. Joel so humorously asks Ellie, why is it so hard to eat a clock? To which Ellie cluelessly responds, why? Joel then retorts by saying, because it's so time-consuming. Now, I want to set aside some time from the video to explain this joke. Now we know clocks are used for many things, primarily so people can use it to draw around objects without fault. However, other people might use it to measure time. It should also be mentioned that clocks are not generally eaten, and it's not a widely used practice, thus consumption would be nearly impossible without the right training. Therefore, if one were to eat a clock, it would then take them a long amount of time to fully finish it. Another phrase for something that would take a lot of time would be time-consuming, which in this case is of course a play on consuming time, thus making it time-consuming. Please laugh now. Anywho, after that, there's a 30-minute intermission where Joel is waiting for Ellie to laugh at the joke and finally admit that it is, in fact, a good pun. He gives her this beautiful acoustic guitar. It doesn't have any strings on it, but it's the thought that counts. 4 years after this, the batteries on the guitar finally die out. To find more, Ellie bands together with her posse consisting of Jesse and her friend Dina, who has a big nose and is gay. But suddenly, they get attacked by a local band of swashbuckling bastards who happen to be like 9 years old. Naturally, they need to engage in an Agni Kai, which in the Last of Us universe means snowball fights. The kids are defeated and taste throws in defeat and give the heroes a tip on where they can find batteries somewhere in the mountains. Having nothing but hope and optimism and a horniness for some music, the group travels into the mountain for some energizers. We're then introduced to Capital G Gamer's worst nightmare, a muscular woman. Her name is Abby and she likes to kick bubblegum and chew ass and she's all out of ass. As Abby, we punch some zombambos and find a town full of promising promises. It is at this point where we're shown that Abby has stocked up on all the batteries in the region and will soon cross paths with Ellie. We then turn back to Ellie, where we find her and Dina in a mall going window shopping until they get jumped by some clickers. After some carefully placed gunshots and racial slurs, the group escapes unscathed and also because I'm very naturally good at the game. And then it's at this point when Cobalt realizes that he in fact was not recording this entire time and lost a solid hour of footage for the channel, and he cursed for 7 minutes straight. Now, I want you to know this is a word-for-word, detail-for-detail, unabridged explanation of everything that happened in the first hour of The Last of Us 2. It's been a blast so far. Sorry this happened, but I can't wait to do the rest, and hopefully that will be unscathed from PS4's recording. I'm going to make sure to use the old method instead, because it hasn't failed me yet. But yeah, I believe I've explained everything thoroughly, and if you don't understand it as I've explained it to you, you're gay, so yeah. End video.